Okay. So guys, in previous session, we created the basic service and integrated the UI application with the CAP service. And we saw like our like we were able to read the records that we uploaded that we loaded on the student management service, right? Okay, so please load that and like then we'll start from there.
Okay, here only we have to run this, right? Student underscore.
Yeah, CDS watch. Do CDS watch. So Vishnu, like I think you previously asked also, na, like how the end user will access our application. So for the end user, you will provide the link of the UI application only, not the entire page.
Okay.
And they will be doing operations from the UI application directly.
Your application in the sense this one?
This one, right? So
Okay.
this we will configure on the build work zone in the Fiori Launchpad, and from there user will access this. So this we will set up this as a tile as the classical Fiori application, and like from there like a user can access that. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Till previous session, we just created the UI application and integrated with the backend service. And like this is the data that we initially uploaded to our student entity set, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in today's session, like we will extend it a bit further. Okay. So we will cover two concepts over here. One is the CRUD operations on the CAPM. Like CAP by default serves the like what we can say CRUD. We just need to call that, and if needed, we can write the custom logic on that as well. Okay. So we will first call the by default what we can say the basic CRUD that CAPM framework is providing us, and like see how to do the CRUD operations on the created entities. Okay. And here we will also cover the concepts of fragments of the UI5. Okay. So we will create the basic UI using which the user will enter the value, and on click of the button, sorry, on click of after entering the data, whenever you are submitting the data or doing some of the operation, it will insert directly into the database.
Okay.
Is that clear? Okay. Okay, but okay, go to the UI application, please. Yeah. Okay, so now once you did the binding of the okay, let me tell you one thing. Out of the CRUD operation, create, read, update, delete. When you are doing the binding of the table with the backend entities, by default, when the application is loading, it's automatically triggering the read operation. You can explicitly call the read operation also, but here you are able to display the data. Why? Because framework is reading the data, and like you have binded, so it's displaying on the UI. Okay. So by default, it's a read operation only. So why I am telling you it's a read operation. Let us debug this scenario. We will try to reload, check the backend call, like what calls are going, and like we will analyze those calls. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here like you will get how to debug also like the very basics. Okay. Okay, just right click and inspect anywhere on the screen. Inspect at the bottom. Okay, Go to the network tab. So okay, the section when you clicked on right click and inspect. Okay, so this is opening the Chrome browser debugging tool. So this we on the right hand side, whatever the section you are seeing, we call it as a debugger. Okay.
Okay.
So here you have different sections like console, sources, network, elements. At the top you can see. So these based on different use cases, and like for analyzing the behavior of the applications or analyzing the issues on the applications that's coming up, we will use this debugging tool. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Can you please click on the network tab? Okay, here all the UI call, all the network calls, like network. When I say the network calls, it means to access the data. Like here we are following HTTP architecture. Okay, so everything is based on request and response. Okay,
Mhm.
so like we are requesting the data from the backend from the server, and server is sending the data, and application is serving that data. So this is the general scenario. Okay.
Mhm.
So whenever applications loads, these calls, whatever the calls that are going from front end to back end, it will log over here on the network tab.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Mhm.
Okay. So on the network tab, just two lines below, you one line below, you can see two button. One is the red button, and other one is the gray circle with a slash. Okay. Okay, so this button is actually for clearing the network. Okay, so suppose you want to inspect only some particular calls. So from time to time, we will clear the network, and like we will analyze whatever the calls we are interested in. Why to unnecessary check the all the network calls, right?
Mhm.
So just clear this. Click on that. Okay, right now it has cleared the network tab. Okay, so remember this button. Whenever I will say clear the console, clear the network, this is the button that you need to press.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Similarly, like it will also work for the console. Clear the console. Just a, okay. Do one thing. Okay, just change the layout of the device, please. You clicked on the device button, I think.
This one?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let it on the what we can say uh, desktop mode only.
Okay.
Okay. When needed, we will switch the layout.
Okay.
Okay. Now do one thing. Please reload. Reload from the browser. Uh, no, no, no. Hold on. Go to the student management. Yeah. Here on the left hand side of the URL bar, you have the reload button. Click on that, please. Yeah. Once you reload, it will reload the screen, and like so similarly, you can see like a lot of calls are going on, right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. See, you saw like it loaded the table, and like after some time, the data came. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So whenever okay, so framework initiates these kind of calls in batch calls. So generally, whatever the calls are going from the UI to the backend, like we call it as a batch call. So by default, all the calls are going in the batches. Okay,
Okay.
batch you can consider combination of some of the operations. Okay, so you have the filter icon just above the network calls. just below this line chart, above this line chart, the filter bar.
This one?
Yes, below you have the filter input also. Yes, click on just filter dollar batch on this.
Yeah,
Dollar. Yeah, okay. After the dollar, hold on. Yeah, you can see the two calls with the dollars. One is the batch and the other one is the metadata. Metadata we have already seen. Like from the service you can see, or like from the debugging also you can see the metadata. Okay, this is the metadata call.
Okay.
Click on the dollar batch, please. Below. Okay. So this, okay. If you see the URL, you can see this is kind of from the URL. This is the URL that it is trying to call. It is calling our OData v4 service and then dollar batch, right?
Yes.
And the status code is 200. Okay. Method is post. Click on the payload, please. At the top. Yeah. Okay. Payload is something like that is being sent as a part of this call to the backend. We call the data that is being sent as a payload. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see request payload. Request payload means it is going as a part of request call. Okay. So here it is calling get students, right? You can analyze the payload na get students. And generally, like when we are doing the read operation, by default, framework triggers the get operation.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying, like when you integrated, when you did the binding of the table with the backend with the entity set field, by default framework is initializing this read call.
Okay.
So framework is reading the student entity set, and like whatever the data it is getting as a response of the student entity set, it is displaying on the table. Is that clear?
Yes, bro.
Okay. Go to the preview. Click on the preview. Okay. So it is showing the response. Either preview or the response tab will hold the response, whatever we are getting as an outcome of this call. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see on line number 9. So this is the response. Like we are getting the response in the form of JSON variable. Okay. So copy the line number 9, please. Let me show you in a more. Just come below. Like it will call a copy all.
Even 10th line is also okay. This is okay.
Yeah. We will manually remove it. Not an issue. You
Fine.
copied this now.
Yes.
Now come to the console. Clear the console, please. Now paste this line that you copied.
In filter?
No. Yeah, below. Okay. So right now it has blocked the paste operation. Just type allow pasting in small. Allow pasting. You are okay. So you just inform the console I am trying to paste. Okay. Remove the last line, please. That batch ID. Yeah. Enter. Okay. So we can analyze the JSON by pasting on the console and like in a more readable format.
Okay.
Can you please expand it? Click on the arrow.
I think this is the end. It is not getting expanded.
Okay, below arrow, please. Okay, hold on. So yeah, you can see in value. So it was the response. In value, you get two rows. Like you can see the two items now. So from here you get like, okay, as a part of this response, you received the two rows. Expand the value, please, and you will exactly see the value of the row that is displayed on the table. Right?
Okay, create a date null email. Okay, as per the alphabetical order, it is giving us fine.
Yeah, and like it is just like we got response in the form of JSON, and like it's automatic. Like framework is just taking care of this all like automatic calls and like displaying on the UI just with the help of single binding that we did on the view.
Okay.
So by default, framework is initiating the read call for us and like displaying the result as the outcome. Okay.
So this JSON file, I mean the JSON file which we got now, the link, can we use it in the Postman?
Sorry.
Basically, for connecting the Postman to this tool, the application which you are going to develop, we use the JSON file, right? So
Mm-hmm.
can we use this?
Hello.
Hello? Able to
Yeah.
hear?
You're. Yeah. I am able to hear. Yeah. Can you please repeat your question?
Okay, while connecting, if you want to connect this Postman testing tool for any of the application which we are developing, basically we use the JSON files. So
Okay.
this
As a payload.
as a payload. So this JSON file which we got, not only this, I mean whatever we are getting from the network, like even though for the huge data also, can we use that JSON file in the Postman and get connected with it?
No, we can't use that. Why? Because when you are trying to test any method on the Postman,
Mm-hmm.
you need to pass the JSON along with the URL, right? So at that time, it is expecting the payload, and like this thing that we are analyzing, it is a response. Both has difference. Like it has like OData context, OData like some metadata inside it, and then like it has the inside the value, it has the object. But when you will send the payload in the what we can say Postman, at that time you just need to pass the array variable, this thing value part.
Yeah, but firstly, if we want to get the data, like we will give the ID of the data or the name or whatever it is represented with, we will give that. But before connecting to that, we need the JSON link, no? So this will not work for that.
No, that is separate thing.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so this is just the request and response that we are getting. We are analyzing the request and response. We are not analyzing the connecting variables.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I think like are you clear about at least the how to analyze the calls and like check the what response we are getting?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I got this.
Okay, okay then. So by default, framework initiates the read call for us, and like the outcome of the read call, like we are able to see on the UI table. Okay, since we got two rows as the output, the table is displayed with the two rows. If you get more rows, the table will automatically display more rows.
Okay.
Okay. So
Mm.
suppose whenever like let's say someone comes to you, why only two rows we are able to see? You can directly tell them like service is only sending the two records. That's why UI is displaying the two record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
and like created at is blank. Why? Because we are getting null over here.
Mm.
If you modify the created at the runtime, it will display some new value over there.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Close the debugger. That serves our purpose. So my only intention over here was just to show how the calls goes from backend to like front end to backend, and like by default framework is doing the read call for you. Okay, so out of the CRUD, create, read, update, delete. Read is already covered. Like that framework is initiating. But suppose if you explicitly need the read operation, let's say like in some cases you need to call the read operation along with some filters, so that we will see separately. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so just to initiate the read call, by default you will just bind the UI controls with the backend entities, and framework will initiate the read call for you. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so out of the CRUD operation, read is by default covered, and next we will see the other remaining operations like create, update, and delete. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. So come to the code, please. Now, okay, do one thing. Just go to the UI5 SDK and draft the UI based on like you just insert some button on the top of the table. Show me the UI, please. How the UI looks like. Okay, okay. You have the provision to select the rows also, right?
Yes.
So like we can operate, like we can do some operations. Okay, but we will first go with the create operation, so that like we will create some more record on the table, and then we will go with the update and delete operation.
Okay.
Okay. So do one thing, go to the sample, copy some button, paste one button on the UI. Okay. Uh, okay. Did you try the demo? The what we can say? I asked you to go with the fragment. Did you check that?
No, bro. I said I did not get time. I'll check it tomorrow. I mean, Wednesday and Thursday I'll be having off. So during that time I'll check that.
Okay. Okay. Why I asked you to go with the fragments? Why? Because I am intending to use that thing today.
Yeah, I got it, but yesterday I got late in my office and came back home very late night. So later I did not check it.
Okay. No worries. Just search for the button, copy one button and paste on the UI, please.
So button with the badge or the button we can
No,
click?
no, normal button will serve our purpose.
Okay.
Okay. Right now you can insert the default button, not an issue. Go to the code, please. From where you will access the code.
Here we have that option.
No, that angular brackets after the setting tool, angular brackets, please.
Second.
I
This one? This one, right?
no, yeah. Click on this and like it will take you to the code.
Yeah.
Okay, so how the structure is view, then page, then some custom header. Inside the toolbar, they have used some button types. Come down. So this is the live, like this is the what we can say view code that you are able to see. Okay.
Okay.
You are intending to use the default button, so you can copy the line number 24 from here.
From 24 till end.
No, no, only 24. See, you will copy whatever the control you are copying from that tag open to till that tag close.
Yes.
So, like on line number 24, button is starting with angular bracket, then some default properties they are passing, and at the end you can see slash and angular bracket. So they are closing on this line only. Slash and then angular bracket means close only. Slash button. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Copy this line. Go to your view of the UI application. Where is the view?
This one you are asking?
No, no. View file of the code.
This one we file.
Okay. So
Student
it's present inside app folder. Why? Because like you are adding the button on the app part.
app part.
So now like we need to, you will sometimes get confused like where to add the code. See, in the CAPM parallelly, you are managing three different folders, app, DB and SRV, right? If some UI related changes, application related changes, it will be inside the app folder.
Folder.
If some service related changes, it will be inside the SRV folders. And if some database related changes, it will be inside the DB folder.
Okay.
Okay. Now our application is growing in size. with different functionalities.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So okay. So where you will place the button? I want the button at the top of the table. Okay.
Okay.
So can you please show me from the starting, please? So this is the table. Okay. Hold on. Uh, you have view, then you inserted page, and whatever the content is displayed on the page, it is inside the content tag, right? That is starting from the line number 9.
9.
And the first thing that you added was a table. Okay. Now I want to display some component on the top of the table. So you will place that component above the table, from above the line, that is from where the table is starting.
Okay. From here, if
Just beautify it, please, like indentation, tab, and then paste. Yeah. Okay. You don't need to explicitly copy the library for this. Reason being, button is available on the SAP M library. Okay. And that library is already included.
okay.
So on the UI, you can see like default button got added, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just change the text of the button with create. Okay. So let me tell you like what this code is trying to do. What you are inserting this piece of what this code is doing. Come to the view, please. Okay. On line number 10, you can see you have inserted a button. Okay. Then the next property is text. So whatever the things you want to see on top of the button, whatever the text you want to see on top of button, you will pass in the text property. Okay.
Okay.
Then another property is press. So whenever you are pressing, like whenever the user is clicking the button, it should do something, right?
Yes.
So the logic for doing that operation is inside, like you are telling the button whenever you are being pressed, like from the press event, like press property, it is pointing to function like on press. Okay. And the whenever the user will press, it will call this particular function of whatever you are passing on the press event. Like actually, like it's calling the press event of the button. So in JavaScript, like okay, let me tell you like the behavior of the JavaScript is event oriented. Okay.
Okay.
Irrespective of the other languages like Java, like C++, these are object oriented language, but JavaScript is event oriented language. Okay. Here, the events get triggered based on the different scenarios. Let's say you click on the button, it is an event. You just dragged the mouse, it is an event. You just scrolled, it is an event. The page loads, it is an event. Like before the loading of the page is an event. After the page loads, it is an event. So everything is event for the JavaScript. Okay. So based on our requirement, we will utilize the different events available. So right now, since like we want to do something on click of the button, whenever the user is pressing that button, so we will utilize the press event of the button. Okay.
Okay.
So you are just passing the property press event, and like on that you have passed the function. Whenever this button will be pressed, on press function will be called. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So just for your simplicity, go remove the on press and type on create. Okay, this is just we are naming the create, like okay. So whenever the create button will be pressed, it will call on create function, and the body of the on create we will define in controller of like in this particular controller, student view controller. As we discussed initially, the UI related thing we are dealing inside the view folder. Now, like we want the logic of the once the user is pressing the button, we want to do something. That particular logic we will write in the controller, and it will be in the in the form of the function with the name on create. Okay, this is how the framework will identify like which particular function will we need to call. Okay,
Okay.
any doubts?
This button which we included now, this helps in creating the new record or new row. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are just inserting this button to create. Okay,
No. Okay.
insert the new record on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So like we will be utilizing the CRUD operation, create operation of the we will be calling the create method of the service. Okay, for
Okay.
that we are inserting the create button. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now uh, sorry, now go to the sample please again on the UI5 SDK. Okay, here you have page controller na, the second tab at the top. Now you copied the view. Now you will copy the controller part of that. Just copy from line number 7 to 9.
7 to
Mm,
9.
the closing bracket also.
Mm.
Okay. Come to your controller, student.controller.js. Expand the controller folder again in the inside the web. Okay. Each view will have the dedicated controller that we initially discussed, right?
Mm-hmm.
While discussing the MVC architecture. So uh, every view has its dedicated controller. So since you created the student view, by default the framework creates the student view controller. Okay,
Mm.
whatever the logic related to this particular view, you will insert like right inside this particular controller, relevant controller. Okay, since the button resides in student view.xml, so the logic of that button press function related to those events that are being called from the view, it will reside on the student view.controller.js. Okay,
Okay.
are you able to relate or it's just going above?
So here in the controller tab, like whatever the buttons or whatever the functions which are going to give in the application tab, so those controllers, like how it should behave when we click on that. So for that, we will write the backend code in this student view dot controller. Am I right?
Yeah, not the backend, but you can call the logic part of
Logic part.
that thing.
Okay.
Why? Because here the backend means the service and the DB part.
Okay.
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 Okay. So this is the structure of the controller. Like it has SAP UI define, like it is calling the controller library, and it has created on line number 3 the controller variable. Like this is the by default code that framework will initiate for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every controller has their default lifecycle method. We will discuss in later stage. On init is one of the lifecycle method of the controller. Okay.
Okay.
For the time being, you can note it down this question as well. Like in so like some of the interviews, like they ask like since the UI5 Fiori is directly or indirectly related to the CAPM, right? So in interview also like they also ask extra like tell me about the life cycle method of the controller.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So after the on init closing bracket, please insert comma, closing bracket below line number 8. New line, enter, and paste whatever the line you copied from there. Okay, so what you are doing, you have just you just inserted a function with the name onPress. Okay, so how to read this line number 9. So onPress is a function, and the body of the function is within the curly brace, like the logic of that particular function. Okay,
Okay.
so like we created the create button and we changed the create event with the on create. Okay, so you just remove the press and like enter create. Okay, so whenever your create button will be pressed, it will call this thing, like it will call this particular function, and whatever the logic you inserted, that will get performed over here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now go to the output, please. It has by default some code like message toast and then press. Can you please click on the press event create button? It is doing something or not? I think, okay, yeah. It is calling the message toast and we have not included the message toast library. Okay. So that's why. Can you please right click and inspect and like check? Okay, it is not doing something. Then you need to you will suspect something is wrong with the application. And to analyze that, you will quickly go to the debugger, go to the console. Errors will get logged on the console. Okay, you see, like it is telling you like message toast is not defined inside the student view controller. Line number 10. It is exactly pointing that thing, right? Hello.
File not found or okay, message toast is not defined.
Like and that error is on the right hand side. You can see student view dot controller dot js and then colon 10. Colon 10 actually means like it's the error is actually persisting on line number 10.
Right.
So you can go to the controller and like check the line number 10. Like what is the line number 10? Okay, here you are calling the message toast. Okay, but and like the same thing, message toast is not defined. Like you are utilizing the message toast, but you have not included the library for that. So this error means like you have not included the library of the message toast. Okay. So okay, do one thing: copy the library of the message toast from the sample. Uh, Inside the first one, like SAP UI5 in the first part, message toast with the quotes, please. No, not with the
Yeah, got
array
it.
bracket, only with the quote. Single quote. No, only the message toast. Why? Because core MVC and other things are already, it should be available.
Okay, only till this.
Yes. Go to your controller. Okay, you can see like controller library is already defined, right? On line number 2. After that, just after comma on the new line, paste your copied one. Okay. Single quote and double quote actually define the string thing. So it will work, but you can for like maintaining, like you can remove with the double quote. You can change it with the double quote. Why? Because earlier like it's double quote is used. Okay. Okay. Now you have included the message toast. Can you please copy the message toast word from line number 3? Only message toast, please. Yeah. Copy.
Okay.
Then on line number 4, after the controller, paste this comma. Separate it with comma.
Inside the bracket?
Yes, inside the bracket. Okay. So what you did, you included the message toast library and you defined the entire library with the message toast word. So now just to call this message toast library, you will use message toast that you already did on line number 11, right?
Yes.
So like message toast dot so the framework what it will do, it will check message toast is defined with message toast library, that is SAP M message toast. Okay, so at the runtime, what code will get executed? SAP dot M dot message toast dot so. It will copy the entire path. We call it as an inline declaration. Okay,
Okay.
the similar thing that we saw on the view. Okay, yesterday we checked na, like we are denoting the libraries with the colon and then some with alias name, and later stage like we are reading the controls with the alias name and then the control name.
Mm-hmm.
The similar concept is here we are also using, but since view is in XML, so we were following the XML way of writing, and controller is in JavaScript, so we are following the JavaScript way of writing. Okay, but the concept is similar. I hope like you got that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now go to the code and like click on the button. Yeah, not code, like output, please. Yeah. Okay, button pressed and something appeared, right? Were you able to see the changes now?
Mm-hmm.
Click on
Yes.
the create button again and you
We
will be able to see
in
one box.
campus.
Yeah, so this is the message, like this particular control that you saw, like that automatically disappears is after some time. We call this control as the message toast. This we use to display the message to the end user.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you can display whatever the message you want. Right now it's not picking the correct message, but we can change that later. Why? Because okay.
Mm.
But anyways, I just wanted to show like on click of the button something is happening, like you wrote that logic on the controller, and like whenever you are pressing this create button, like that logic is getting invoked from the controller.
Okay.
At least this part is clear.
So the logic which you wrote now is just to display this box which we are getting now. That's it, right?
Exactly.
So okay.
Yeah, we will replace this entire control with the fragment. Why? Because on click of the create button, we will open create fragment, and like there we will capture the details from the user, and that detail we will insert on the table.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Now go to the sample again,
Mm-hmm.
and this time you go to the documentation and the inside that get started section, and go to the fragments that I pointed yesterday. You can go with the theories as per your availability. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
step number 16 and 17, the top, not the TypeScript one, the JavaScript one. Okay, so this is the basics of the dialogues and fragments. You can go through it. And okay, so I will tell you like what does dialogues and fragments means. So whenever you will click on the create button, we will open a pop-up kind of thing. Okay, like that will capture the, like there we will provide different information, like there we will provide a mechanism to capture the information. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay, to insert the values, like to insert the details on the let's say you want to create a new record on the student table. So your student tables has 6 columns, right? ID, first name, last name, and the other details. So that details you need to get from the user. Like what do you want to insert? Okay, to
Okay.
capture, like so we will create a fragment and we will capture those six we will create a pop-up that will ask these 6 details. six details from the user, and like we will create like give a submit button or insert button, like that will do the insert operation for us. Okay,
Okay.
did you got the scenario? Mm. Yes, no.
Mm, okay.
Okay, whenever you will click on the create button, it will open a pop-up where you will be asked six details to enter the six details like ID, first name, last name, and once the you will enter the six detail, you will click save. It will get saved on the table. So this scenario we are trying to replicate over here.
Okay.
Okay, just the simple create operation.
Mhm.
Okay.
So for that we use fragments.
Yeah, fragments are called generally like fragments is a reusable UI parts or
Oh,
like lightweight UI. These are similar to the views, like, but it can be invoked from whatever wherever you want. Okay,
okay.
so okay. So can you please scroll down and go to the code, please? So this is how the fragment will look like. You can see now, at the bottom you have hello world fragment, white
Mm,
color.
mm.
So this is how the it will come, but we will insert some more details over there.
Okay.
Hold on. Mm, okay, button is fine. Scroll down. We already inserted the button, so we are skipping this button insertion part, right?
Mhm.
Then scroll down, scroll down. Yeah, copy this piece of code like web app view hello dialog dot fragment. Copy this entire piece of code, the one in okay highlighted in the yellow part. Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Now go to your SAM code. Okay, inside the view folder. Okay, again we are doing something with the visual part, so that's why we will again paste this piece of code inside the view folder.
Okay.
Okay, inside the view folder create a new file. Just right click on the view folder and new file, name it with create create small please. Okay, create fragment fragment. Okay, or just change remove the fragment and change it with create dialog, create D capital dialog dialog.
Only G is fine.
Yeah,
No.
it is the dialog box, not the dialog, the English dialog.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
dot fragment dot xml dot xml. Okay, so what does this we are creating a fragment with the name create dialog. The name of this file will be create dialog. Okay,
Mm.
and this is the fragment. Framework gets to know this with via extension of the file that is dot fragment dot xml.
Okay.
Okay, you paste the code that you copied from there. Okay. Okay. So what it is doing, it is just inserting a dialog box with a title. Okay.
Okay.
And the title is hello. Hello, some name. So you just replace the title with the name, with the create dialog or create student. This is no, this is the general title that you will display. So it will be readable format. No, underscore also that shows the technicality. We will so whenever we say the readable format, it is the text that is being presented to the end user. Okay,
Great.
and we always treat end user as a non-technical.
Hmm. Got it.
So we will not so display the technical, what we can say technical name, technical message. We will always pass the message in simple readable language.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Remove this curly brace thing like slash recipient slash name.
Completely we can remove this.
Yes. Okay. Save this. Control S.
This space should be there or the space should...
You can remove the space. Okay.
Okay.
Now you change the ID of the dialog, please. In place of hello dialog, you change it with create dialog. Like we will be calling the create dialog.
Okay.
Okay, that's totally fine. Sorry. Now you go to the sample again. Right now you just copied the view, but the code to invoke this fragment, like it will be something written inside the controller, right?
Yes.
Just drag down and check like whether there is a calling code for the controller part.
Here it
Yeah,
is.
here it is. So scroll down, please. The yellow one. Copy this piece of code, the yellow part.
Yellow part, this one?
Yeah. So on the walkthrough, like whatever the code you need to insert as the part of that sample, they highlights with the yellow part. Okay.
Mhm. So until this or this is fine?
Entire yellow part. Whatever the thing is highlighted with the yellow. Yeah, this one only.
Mhm.
Go to the controller part of your code, please. After on create, comma and then insert. Just a minute. Whenever you are pressing that button, okay, do one thing. Uh, on open dialog, you change the method with on create. No, that's the exact name on line number 10. Remove the dialog.
Dialog also needs to be removed. Okay.
Yeah. And you comment the top function on create.
This one?
Yeah.
Control backslash.
You just select the entire thing and then control backslash. No. Yeah. I when you will comment the function, you will comment with entire body also.
I mean, you're
Just
saying...
select this on create, line number 10, 11, 12.
Okay, got it. One second. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Control backslash.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So this piece of code is commented for your future reference. Okay.
Okay.
So what you are trying to do whenever like you are pressing the create button, now this piece of code will get executed on create, line number 13.
Okay.
So what it is trying to do, it is trying to load the fragment like on line number 15. You can see like this is calling like this dot load fragment, and it is the name of the fragment. So we need to change the name of the fragment. Sorry. Okay, so just to change the name of the fragment, can you please copy some piece of code from line number 7? Copy till this one. Uh, Student management second word.
So
Yes, copy this and replace with the name below. Before view.
only through walkthrough, right?
Yeah,
A5 and walkthrough.
yeah. Okay, and then view and just change the name of the hello dialog with create dialog that you inserted on the fragment. Go to the fragment, please. Create fragment, create dialog dot fragment dot xml. Here the ID. Yeah, copy this ID and replace over there with the hello dialog. Just a minute, please. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so how it is identifying the name? Com.student management is actually denoting the path of the web app. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Inside the web app, you have different folders like controller view, but your fragment is present inside the view folder. So inside the web app, you navigated to the view, and inside the view, your fragment is in the file create dialog, right?
Mhm.
So this path actually means this: you are invoking the create dialog fragment. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Uh, you got it now, or like still doubt?
This one is okay, but the first one which we gave the sound create dialog box. So now this is not this we are not using. It means in
Yeah,
future if we don't write this piece of code also this is fine, right? We can start with async.
exactly. The okay, so whatever the lines are commented, the framework will skip those lines. It will not read it while
Yes.
execution.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
okay. Now check this piece of code whether run this and check.
One second. Direct received.
If some error, then we will debug and quickly check the error also.
Mhm.
Maybe some library miss or something we didn't. Yeah. Okay. So at least create a student is getting called and displayed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now go to the other sample. Right now you opened it, but you should also close it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Go to the sample and copy the closing part of the fragment. It will be on the second word fragment callback. Callback means like you called, but you will now insert something so that like you are calling your fragment back, closing the fragment.
Okay.
So what they are doing? Scroll down, please. After this, they are inserting the new function. You also insert the new function, please. The yellow part. Entire thing. Okay. Go to the controller. No, no. After line number 20, like the yeah, comma, and then insert the new function. That is for the closing. Okay. Okay. The ID was you changed the ID na with the create dialog. You got na like what we are trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, you need to insert the close button on the fragment. So you need to modify the fragment code little bit. Go to the sample, please. Scroll up. There should be scroll up. There should be some view modification also. Scroll down.
So this is on.
See, scroll down. Fragment callback. No, it should be on the fragment code, like XML part. This is the controller part. This one. Add this button. Oh, hold on. Add this button also. Sorry. Hold on. No, not this one. Okay, you are on the dialogues and the fragments. Come to the callback, please. Scroll down a little bit. Coding is this. Scroll down. Go to the below this. Like there should be, you inserted this piece of code. Scroll down. Yeah, this is the piece of thing that you need to insert.
So this one completely?
Yeah, inside the dialog. Okay. Copy this, go to your fragment. Okay, do one thing. After line number 6, okay. Do one thing, copy the entire code from there. We will again change. Copy the entire dialog portion.
Okay, completely I copied this.
No, not the entire thing.
Okay,
The dialog section only. From dialog open to dialog close. Dialog close. Yeah, this one. No, dialog close. Dialog with / dialog, the second last line. Yeah. Okay. Copy this and like go to the your fragment code. After this dialog line you paste, we will just compare and like check.
Here we need to paste.
No, don't replace it right now. Place after this line number 6. Indentation, it got missed. You can take the line number 7 one step back.
This one?
Yeah. Back press. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. With this, with the matching lines. Okay. Then replace the ID with the create dialog. Copy the ID and replace below. Copy the ID from line number 5. Replace on the line number 8. Change the title to create student. Replace the title over here. Yeah. Okay. Button text, you manually press close, like pass close. Remove the curly braces. Remove entire thing and just enter close. Hold on. Okay, that's fine. Now remove the 4, 5, 6 line. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Now just check. Run the piece of code and check again. Click on create. Okay, it appeared. It closed. Click again, please. Okay. Sometimes what happens, why I checked the 2 times, the reason being once the fragment is getting loaded and first time it will get closed properly, but sometimes I have seen like the second time it's not behaving as expected. Okay. So always fragment testing, opening and closing should be done 2 times minimum. Okay. Now you have just inserted the basic fragment. Now you just insert. Okay. Do one thing. Sorry. On the sample, you just search for simple form.
So one more thing is once if we give this button text create, so for this the close option and the open, I mean the open dialog box which we are giving. So everything will be described in this controller and the fragment, and we don't do anything in the student view part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So close dialog box will
Okay.
also be in the
See,
fragment.
fragment is something. Fragments are similar to view. So
Okay.
they are similar to view, and we are calling as a dialog on top of our initial view. So whenever the fragment loads, you can see like it is on top of the first view.
Okay.
You can just try it again. You can go to the output,
Mhm.
click on the button. See, this is the initial view. Your fragment loads. Now fragment is the main view, and like initial view is the second view, at the back end,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
So this view is getting called on top of first view.
Okay.
So that's why we separated this piece of code.
Got it.
Any doubts?
No, I got it.
And since it is called on the like it is called on a student view dot from a student view. So that's why we are placing the logic on the student view controller.
Okay.
Fragment does not has controller. They use the controller on whatever view they are being called from.
Okay.
So right now we are calling it from the first view, that is the student view. So that's why the logic of that closing of the fragment we inserted on that particular controller.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Yes, no?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay, right now you just prepared a basic fragment, but we have not inserted even a single, what we can say, uh, label in the input field to capture the information.
Mm.
Okay, now we will do that thing. So for that, like you can go to the UI5 SDK and copy the simple form. Just search for go to the samples and copy the simple form, please. Type simple form. We will create a form kind of layout where like you will insert 6 fields and you will capture 6 fields from the user. Full screen one group, the first one. Okay. So can you please edit it, click on the edit. Click on the edit first. Okay. So this is how like I am planning. Like you will pass the 6 different fields and like user will enter the information. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
This is okay now?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So just go to the code. Okay. Right now it is, hold on. This piece of code is inside page view.xml. Can you please click on more? Okay, so if that was edit, so that means it was calling the change part. Click on the change fragment.xml. They are also using the fragment, and we are also using the fragment. Okay,
Mm.
copy this simple form entire thing, like from F simple form line number 7, or no, copy from line number 6 until the closing of this V box, line number 52. Yes, copy this piece of code and paste inside your fragment. This is a standard piece of code. Uh, just a minute. Where you will place it? You will place it inside the dialog after line number 6 and above the button. Why? Because close button should be at the bottom only, right?
Yes.
Paste this. Hold on. See, you have L comma something. We okay. Go to the copy the libraries also. M is there, core is there. Remaining you need to copy. M is there. Core is there. L and F you need to copy. You got now like what we are doing?
Okay. But what is this L and F stands for? The form.
L stands for the layout library and F stands for the form. They are
Form.
preparing the layout for the form now.
Okay.
Okay, after the core, you can insert. Okay. Okay, just save this and try to check. I think, yeah, indentation is also important. So you keep everything in a same line, same starting point. One line back, please.
It's ending
Just
here.
space, 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 space 4 times. I think it will match. Yes. So see, if you will not indent the lines, it will also work. But at the later point of time, you should easily see and analyze. So that's why indentation is important.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Try to load this thing. Whether it is loading.
Yes.
Okay. Now change the name, street, zip code with your information like ID, first name, last name. Scroll down. Okay. The label name with ID, line number 28, ID, I capital D small, and input, the ID will be small, like ID will be something. Okay. This is the ID part. So ID equals to ID. We will get confused. So you pass student ID. No, no. Without, okay. So ID is something that you will, this is the technical keyword. So this will be without space and like in small, like without capital letter also.
We can give this
See,
or
technique.
that one also. Technical learn.
Yeah, then this is fine, not an issue.
Okay.
And the value, like we will change it later. You do one thing, copy this two piece of code, like 28, 29, and replicates 5 more times and remove the other three, remove the below information. Why? Because it has some unnecessary things, grid data and all those things. Now remove the below things
Until
from
we
street number. Why? Because I don't want to complicate my view. I just want to keep it simple. No, no, no. You remove till. Okay, do one thing. Uh, Remove slowly, slowly, one by one.
yeah, I got it. Second. Student ID from here to here. First I'm removing it.
No, no. If you are including the input, then you should include the close input also. Every time you try to match, like okay,
So
yeah, remove this. See the closing input you missed, line number 30. So you should, while removing, you should remove till this part. Okay,
okay, this
remove
one.
line number 30 also. Yeah.
Oh,
Then from 30 to 34, just try to analyze from input open to input close. You are removing everything, right?
okay.
Input close means slash input, and input open means without like angular bracket input. Getting my point?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So always remove the tags from the opening till closing every time.
This is the text closing, right? Only here.
Yeah, exactly. Similarly, remove the others.
Input.
Remove the below also. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Remove this. Select no. Then entire select close. Select close line number 38. Yes. Remove this. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Okay, now you only have one input. Just copy this and like replicate 5 more times and change the ID and the like name. And okay, also keep in mind for every control the ID should be unique. You should not give the duplicate ID. Okay.
Okay.
Right now you can see like you are getting the error on the student ID. Why? Because student ID for input multiple times a student ID is present. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
Here we should
Then
header
yeah,
name, right?
yes, first name, last name. Actually, the label part is like see displaying. It is the label part. This is
Mhm.
not the header. Header
Ah,
had like yeah. This label is the first name. Yeah, got it. Then last name, not the second name. I think
oh, sorry. Yeah.
like in line with the table things,
Mhm.
so that like user is not getting confused.
Here also we should give just the last name, right?
Yeah. See, this is the ID part. Like this, we will use it at later stage, so you can keep anything. Created it, space at. Created space at. A capital you can keep.
Hmm.
ID small.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, just run this and check. Nice. Uh, okay. Okay. Uh, for the time being,
Mhm.
remove the value as like we are not we user will be passing the value. We are not binding with some value. So remove value from all input. From all the input, please.
Mhm.
Deepika, I hope you are also following this.
Yes, Vikas.
Any doubts?
No, no.
We are just designing the fragment layout. So Vishnu, you need to go with this session again.
Okay.
Why? Because it might miss something like linking of here and there.
Mhm.
Any doubts or, any difficulty you are facing on this?
Till now, I mean, have got some clarity like where we are doing and what we are doing. But I'll go with this session one more time, bro. This one and yesterday one, I'll check one more time and I'll try to
Okay.
practice.
And also the assignment next time, like for the next weekend, you should also cover that assignment. Like what we can say, at least introducing yourself with the different controls, UI controls available. Like right now, you can see like I am trying to use more and more controls, like simple form, table, button,
Okay.
input, label. So at least you will go to the samples, you will try to check each and every control.
Okay.
So this will help a lot.
Got it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Okay then. Okay. I hope your fragment is ready now.
Okay.
Okay. Now show me the final output, please. Okay. Now what we have done, we have just created we have just given the create button. Okay. So the layout part of the button, we can fix that later, like at the right hand side and okay. So that thing we can do that later. Right now, I am focusing on the functionality. Okay.
Okay.
So we are trying to build the basic functionality. Okay, so always while designing the UI, we will first try to build the functionality, and once the functionality is ready, then we will do the beautification on the UI.
Okay.
Why? Because after the introduction of the new templates, the layout will get impacted.
Mhm.
So that's why beautification at the end, one time, it should work. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So you inserted the create button and okay, so it is asking six details. So you will manually enter the six details and okay, you should give one new button just on the left hand side of the close, like that is for the saving the details.
Yes.
So just go to the fragment and add one more button, please. Where is the button? Okay, just copy. No, 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 not this. Remove the begin button and just copy the internal button. And on just before this button, you place that button. Change the text name to save. Yeah, and the function name. Whenever you will press this save, like it should call on save. Okay. Then okay, so yeah, so reload and show me the button addition. So the best practice is since we are working with the XML part, so every time if we are making a new line, new change, you should then and there like check the output. Okay. Okay. Why your button didn't get inserted? I think the reason. Click on create. Okay. Uh, do one thing.
Mhm.
Uh, take that button. Okay, so it is inside the begin button aggregation. So begin button actually, as per me, it displays the single button only.
Mhm. So
Do
we
one thing.
play
Copy
again.
the entire begin button. Remove this. No, no, not the begin button, please.
Only this one, huh?
No,
So you're
remove
asking.
the inserted button. Yeah,
Okay. I'm deleting this one.
yeah. Okay, copy the entire begin button and paste below it, below
Okay.
begin button section. Entire begin button means begin button open to begin button close. Yeah.
But it should be
Paste
before
below, please.
this one, right?
No, paste similar code, na? Like
Ah,
it can be anywhere. Okay, and then save. Yeah. Just check if it is taking with the begin button. If not, we need to change the aggregation to the end button also. Sometimes the things are hit and trial on the UI.
mhm. No.
Okay, it is taking only one. Go back. Change. Okay, change the close button with end button. Like line number 48 in place of begin, you just insert the end. Line number 48, please. So like one is the begin button, one is the end button. So we will change the aggregation for the close button. Close will be the end button and save will be the begin button. Okay. Yeah. Save this and check, please. Okay. You got that things now. So it was the aggregation that was causing the button not to load.
Mm.
Okay. Now we will just prepare the payload. Whatever the information you will insert on the fragment, like this thing, ID, first name, last name, email, created at, age. So that thing we need to read from the fragment one by one, store on a variable, and then we need to call the create operation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now go to the, okay, insert some value on the dummy value on the ID and all.
Okay, we have to give
Date.
right? 26.
Okay. Now hold on. Right now we have not inserted the save logic, so it will not work. But go to the save. Go to the save function. Now create the save function on the controller. On save dialog, like you have on close dialog now. Similarly, you just create on save dialog. On top of that, on top or below is fine, not an issue.
Anything is fine, right?
Yeah. Only thing is like it should be separated by comma. Save. Okay, these functions are case sensitive. Keep in mind.
Mhm.
Okay, so remove the line number 20 to 23. Like it's just the warning, and it is already available on below things. Okay. Sorry.
It should be save, right? Or
No,
close
no.
on.
Yeah, remove this. Like this was a piece of closing the dialog that you don't need. Now you are just reading the values from the dialog box. Okay. Remove everything, not an issue. Entire 22 line. Okay.
Okay.
Now inside the on save dialog, see, just try to logically check whenever there is a dialog and like you inserted some value. Okay. So on save, you need to first read all the values one by one from the input field, right? And store on a variable. Then only you can process something.
Yes.
Okay. So on save function, insert some new line, please. Now, just for reading the ID field, you will create the variable for the ID where ID, var where. So where is a keyword to declare the variable on the JavaScript? Indent it, please. Yeah. Where space ID, small one, small one, small one. Okay. Okay. So what you are doing equals to this dot get view, this dot get v capital V view round bracket. Sorry. This dot get view. No, no. Don't insert anything on the view.
Okay.
After this dot by ID. This one below one ID round bracket and pass the ID of the input field of this particular student ID that you inserted in double quotes. Yeah. Go to the fragment and copy the ID of the input field of the ID. Fragment, please. Create dialog. Yeah, this one. So you have inserted every input has its ID. So what we are doing, we are going to the view, and from the view, like we are identifying the input field with its ID. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Dot get value. No. After that, you identified the input field. Now you need to read the value of that. Dot get value is a function which will return you the value. 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 Okay. Always like whenever I am saying like get value, set value, and get view. So like the naming convention follows the camel case. Okay. So camel case generally means first letter will be small,
Okay.
and then the first letter of the second word will be capital.
Okay.
Okay. So in JavaScript, the naming convention for the methods is following the camel case. Like you created the method on save dialog. So on save dialog is following the camel case. On is first word. On is small. Second word save, first letter is capital, that is S. Third word dialog, first letter is capital, that is D. Getting my point?
Mm.
So this naming convention we call as a camel case. Okay. Round bracket. At the end semicolon.
Okay.
What this line will do, this dot get view dot by ID student ID, you are pointing to the input field of the student and you are reading the value. Whatever the value you got, you are storing on the ID variable. Does it make sense?
Okay.
Similarly, copy this line entire thing and replicate 6 times for all the 6 fields and just change the variable name and the ID. Mm, check the ID, please. ID is case sensitive and you should copy from the fragment. Yeah, first name.
When I gave correctly only.
No, not this one. Variable can be anything, but the by ID, the ID name, so you should pass this.
This one we can put it as ID only.
No. Like you should give some second name, na? Like this is a new variable. ID is the first variable. For name, you just keep name as the second first name as a second variable. Last name as the third variable. Then
Email.
email, age, and then created it. Okay. Now replace the IDs one by one from the fragments.
This one also needs to be changed or only inside?
Only the inside. By ID is the method that is passing the ID. No, not this one. It should be exactly the same ID that you created on the fragment.
Fragment. Okay.
See, like every input has the ID. So this ID you need to pass over there. So then only like it will identify it should read from this particular input. Getting my point?
Okay.
Okay. Now go to the output, insert some value. Hold on. Over here, just right click and inspect. Go to the sources. Click on the sources, please. Okay. Sources will show you the logical part of your code. Okay. Expand the controller. Your logic is inside the controller now. Expand the controller. Double click on the student view. Now we will place the breakpoint. Okay, and analyze the code at the runtime. Please scroll down and check your function name on save dialog. So we'll okay. Hold on. On save dialog, just click on line number 22. Click on the 22, the number you are seeing. Single click on the 22 number. Okay, so this thing you placed a breakpoint right now. Similarly, place the breakpoint for each line. Okay, so what we are doing over here, we are trying to check like the value at the runtime. Whenever you will click on save, this particular on save dialog function will get invoked. And like suppose if it has the breakpoint on the sources section, so execution will stop on that line. Okay, and we can analyze the value of that.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Now you just you inserted the click on the save button. Okay. See, like it triggered the line number 22, and the execution is stopped on line number 22 because of the breakpoint. Okay. Okay. Below, can you see just below this? Like you can see on the left hand side. On the left hand side, currently where you are. Go to the top section of this part. Like just the two lines above, one line above the button part. Okay, hold on. So these are the buttons to resume the execution. The second button, like dot with up arrow. So this means line by line execution. So we will execute line by line, and we will check the value like what this variable is holding. Okay. Click on this button.
This one?
Yeah. Okay. You saw the control executed, and the breakpoint is on the second line, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now go to the line number 22, like where the breakpoint is. Don't click anything. Don't click anything. Just go to the line number 22 at the top, like of the breakpoint. Yeah. Just take your cursor to the ID variable. Okay. Right now, take your cursor to the ID variable.
Here?
No, on the breakpoint, please. You place the breakpoint on the above section, not this one.
In this?
Yeah. So this blue, what we can say, arrow mark is the breakpoint. No, you removed that. Click on that, please.
No.
That's why I asked don't click anything.
Mhm.
Mm, do one thing. Execute one more line and check the execution of that. Why? Because you clicked and removed, it will be undefined.
Okay.
Just execute one more line from the same button. Line by line execution. Yeah, click on that. Hold on. Now go to the breakpoint. Don't click anything. Just place your cursor on the on the first name. Okay. It read the value Vishnu from there and like it is stored on the first name variable, right?
Yes.
Similarly, take your cursor on the ID, please. Just above this. Yeah, it is reading the value. So similarly, like what we are trying to see, why this is undefined, reason being execution is stopped over here
23.
on the
Yes.
24th line. This line is still not executed. Once you will step over one line, this like last name will be initialized. Can you please check again? Go to the last name. Now it will have the value. And email will be undefined at this point of time. Okay, so this we are analyzing the value at the runtime. Okay, so similarly, what this piece of code is doing, it is reading the value from the input field and storing on these variables. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, now you have read the value and stored on the variable, but you should create the payload as per your, what we can say, in the JSON format. Like as you saw now, while analyzing the request, like the request was in JSON format. Like the response you got was in JSON format. So can you please go to the response and pick the payload?
Responsive.
Go to the network tab. Go to the network tab.
Okay.
Do one thing. At least you got this now. Sorry. Okay. Now you got this. Okay. Right now the execution is stopped. Can you please? Okay. Just above the fragment, you can see paused in debugger. Right. This blue button is to just resume the execution. Click on that. Okay, so what it will do, it will resume the execution from current breakpoint and it will take you to the next breakpoint.
Okay.
Okay, so do one thing, go to the sources section and remove the debugger. Why? Because the purpose of the debugger is solved. So like we checked, like the variables are getting the values, right? Go to the sources section, remove the debugger and execute the, yeah. Sources, remove all the debuggers, please.
Okay.
Execute, please.
Now directly we can click on this, right?
Remove the execution. Yeah, click on that. Yes, hold on. Check the network tab whether the calls initiated. Okay. Do one thing. Reload the application and like check the network calls. Okay, why? What we are trying to do over here? I will just copy the what we can say, the response payload. Okay, and I will prepare the payload exactly the similar to that. It will save my efforts of manually typing things. Okay.
Okay.
Go to the $batch, please.
Directly.
Okay, copy the line number 9 and go paste on the console the similar way like we did last time. Clear the console and like paste this thing only. Remove the last line. Enter. Okay. Expand the output, please. Just below this, expand it from the black arrow. Expand the value, please. Okay. Corresponding to each row, you are seeing the value, right? On the 0, on the 1.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you should prepare your payload.
Okay.
Okay. As you are getting, the same way you need to send. Okay.
Mm.
Since we are inserting one row at a time, so just copy the structure of one row only. That is any row will work. Expand it. Expand line number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. You copy. Okay. Right now the brackets got removed. So copy line number 0 with curly brace start to curly brace end. I think the last parameter is getting hidden, but that's fine. You copy that and paste on the console right now below, just below this, like what you copied.
Okay.
Enter. Okay. It didn't pick the dot dot dot. So dot dot dot. I think it was the last name. You remove the last name. Add the last name at the end. Copy from the above one, last name, and then Sarma will work, not an issue. Okay. Copy this entire payload and like we will use this thing on our code. Copy this. Yeah. Go to your code on the save function. After line number 27, you just prepare a payload variable where payload equals to this, whatever you copied. Payload. Payload is a general word. Payload generally means like the data that we are sending.
Okay.
Okay. Do one thing, beautify this thing for me. Do one thing, copy this line, select this line, and right click and beautify. Okay, it has format selection. Click on that format selection. It will do the formatting for you. It did not did the task for you, format selection. Okay, no worries.
No, it is not working.
Okay. Do one thing. Like you have ID 1 and then comma. After comma, take everything on a new line.
Bro, my doubt is here we gave student ID and it is only ID. By any chance it is defining that issue?
Yeah, I'll clarify that thing. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just first let's prepare the payload and then we'll take that thing. Yeah. Similarly for all. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. You created the payload. Okay.
Hmm.
Now remove the right hand side variable. Like see, it is a string. Like you are directly passing the value, but you should pass the value whatever you read at the top on this function. So in ID on the right hand side, you pass a small ID variable. Remove the single quotes. No. If you are passing in the string, it means a value. If you are if you want to pass, like you should pass the name of the variable.
This one
No,
I should.
not this thing. No, no, the left hand side thing, where ID you created na, every value got stored on the ID variable. So this variable you should pass over here. Okay, just note. Okay, so point to be noted. Earlier ID was in gray color. Now when you use here, it got in bold color, right?
Yes.
Note for the first name. Right now the first name is in gray color. Copy the first name and pass on the first name, please. Pass on the first name without double quotes. See, it got. So what does that means? Gray means like you have created the variable, you have assigned the value, but you have not used anywhere else. And now you are utilizing those values. Okay, that's fine. So what you did, you just created a payload, like whatever the response you got from the that thing, on the similar way you created the payload. And like see, you read the values inside the ID, first name, last name variable from the input field of the fragment, and you stored on the variable. And in the payload, you are passing that variable as the value. Is it
Okay.
making sense? Okay.
So
So
here, after every letter we have space. Can we keep it or we need to remove?
it's fine, not an issue.
Oh.
Okay. So see, you created the payload. Okay, I will come to your doubt. Your doubt was like the ID is student underscore ID, but on the payload you are passing it as capital ID.
Yes.
Why so? So do one thing. Go to the entity that you defined on the DB folder, student entity schema. It is inside the schema, na, I hope. See, corresponding to these variables, you are passing the values.
Okay.
ID is capital over here. So like it will check like this thing. Like left hand side is the ID variable, right hand side is the value that you read from the fragment.
Okay.
So it will do the mapping at the backend also, na? Like on which particular column this value should fit. Does this solve your doubt?
Yeah, I got it.
And this is the same value you are receiving at the response.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now you have created the payload. You read everything, and you have created the payload. Now only we need to do the create call. Allow me a minute. I will just pass you the calls, and like it will solve our purpose today. Stop. Allow me a minute. I'm just finding the piece of code that you can make use of.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find a simple piece of code for you. Okay. I'm just sending you a piece of code. Try that. Take it from the chat section.
One second.
Same Teams chat. Go to the Teams only. Messages you will find. Below
This
below
is
you have the Teams icon.
actually directly. I need to stop sharing the screen if I have to do that. That's the problem.
Uh copy
This is
copy
the
that thing.
right. Okay.
Stop sharing for a while, copy the piece of code, and then
Yeah,
share again.
I copied it, bro, which you shared.
Oh, okay. After the payload, insert it.
Here, right? So we need to give one
Yeah.
more and
Close the payload. Yeah. Close the payload with a semicolon and then insert on a new line. Like the new code will start from the again like where payload line. Yes. Okay. Indent this.
okay.
Below line also dot then and refresh.
Oh.
Line number 42 as well, that is the closing bracket. Okay, now you do one thing. Okay, on request create, it is already passing the JSON now, like with name and age. Remove that JSON and pass your payload over here. JSON means the thing inside the curly brace. Entire curly brace open to curly brace end.
So in place of this name and age, we have to give all this, right?
No. Hold on. Remove the entire curly brace thing from line number 38, 39. You remove curly brace close also.
Okay.
Keep the round bracket. Just remove the curly brace portion.
This is fine.
No. Remove the name as well. Okay, what we are trying to do. So this was manually, this code was manually passing the value, but we have already captured the value on the payload variable. We will pass that variable over here.
Okay.
Pass payload on the round bracket.
I have to give here the payload.
Yeah, payload variable, PAYLOAD.
Okay.
Take your round bracket closing, that is the line number 37 after the payload. Okay, what you are trying to do over here, on line number 34, you just captured the model reference, like this dot get view dot get model. Like why? Because any operation you will be doing, it will be via model. Okay.
Okay.
Now we are dealing with the data, and that's why the model comes into picture. Then you got the reference of the model. Then like where you want to insert, you want to insert on the students. So can you please verify from the metadata what is the entity set name? Or yeah, students / students. So I think like we have trying to paste like yeah, / students is fine. Come back. I verify. Sorry. You are calling / students and like you are creating a binding context for that. Okay. O model dot bind context with the create student. So it will create a binding context with the students part, and like you are calling request create and like then the passing the payload that you created. So you are requesting the create method. Okay. And you are passing like to create. So create method will expect some payload from you, like what you want to create. Okay. So here you are passing the payload that you prepared at the just above this. Then dot then it is actually like this. Here we are using the callback function. Like once the create is done, you need to refresh the model so that the new line appears. Okay. So just save and try this if it is working. Close the debugger for the time being. We will open the debugger, create, enter the information and click save. Okay. Inspect and show me the error.
This is the error which we are getting in line number O model dot bind context. Request create is not a function.
place the breakpoint on the O model. So first, let's check whether O model is it retrieving the values over there, sources, and the line O model.
That is 5 we need to place it, right?
35 also.
Okay.
Just click on save again. Line by line execution, please. One line execute.
This one I'm executing now.
Yeah, click on that. Hold on. Show me the O model variable. Okay, at least O model is in slide. Bind context. Show me the O model bind context student on the console. Copy this piece of line. Copy line number 35 and show me on the console, please.
I'm clearing this.
Yeah. Okay, what it is displaying? Okay, undefined. That's fine. It created the context class students. Okay. Request created is not taking the function now. Do one thing. Sorry. Okay, collapse this object, please. Like minimize this object. Click on the arrow again. Yeah. On the new line, just enter the up arrow. It will enter the code again. Then dot, insert dot. And type create. Is it highlighting some function?
No.
Type request. Okay, it is not highlighting the functions over here. Do one thing. Let's keep the session till now. Like why? Because like we are extending the time limit also. We will continue on the next session after this. Like anyways, like payload is there, everything is there. We just need to call the create. Okay. So share me this piece of code. I'll check at my end and like I'll try to fix this thing. Is that okay?
No, okay. I'm saving it.
Okay. At least we are in a good shape, and like just for the interest of time, we'll cover the CRUD operation on the next class.
Okay.
Okay. So anyways, like we created the fragment, we picked the values from the fragment, we created the payload, and only thing is like it's just not integrating properly. Then like this we need to sort and like we'll integrate this thing as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Some R&D needs to be done on this, but that's not a critical task. Okay then. Send me this piece of code or via email or like something. Or like you can upload on the drive, your drive, and you share me that link. I'll download.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it is a zip format. I think we'll get it here, or if not, I'll share you in WhatsApp also. I think we can share that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it from there.
Okay.
Okay then. Thank you guys for joining. So I hope like you are able to get the very basic idea like what we are trying to do. Okay then. Thank you everyone.
भैया एक काम करेंगे नेक्स्ट वीक से ना जब क्लास होगी तो मेरे सिस्टम पे कर लेंगे ज्वाइन इस बार ना मतलब
Okay,
मेरे
you
पास
can stop the.
दो लैपटॉप है ना, एक
Okay,
लैपटॉप, हाँ हाँ, एक रिकॉर्डिंग के
you
लिए,
can
एक
stop the
मेरा
recording for the
दूसरी
timing.
मैं जो मेरा पिछला पेंडिंग